Hello everyone, this is Darshini and I help people empower themselves and create a life that they would truly love to live. And I was thinking of making a series for people who are feeling lost, confused, or unfulfilled in life. So that's why in this video, we are going to be talking about how to shift your current reality into a more desirable one. So let's get started. So, the first thing you can do is to stop resisting your existing reality. This is because when you resist a particular reality, your energy is flowing towards it. And wherever your energy flows towards, that gets manifested as your physical reality. So, we need to pay attention to where our energies are flowing. If we always keep focusing on that which we don't want to be happening in our life, then that will keep happening in our life, because that is where our energy is flowing. So, by thinking and resisting that which we don't want in our life, we are actually manifesting into our lives. So, the solution is to first stop our energy from flowing into the direction of that which we don't want to be happening. So, how can we do this? To understand this, let's use an example. Let's say there is a wall and there is a spring stuck to a wall, and this spring is moving back and forth and it's moving in a turbulent, disturbed motion. Now, imagine that this spring that is moving back and forth is your undesirable emotion. Now, you trying to push it away or trying to ignore it, it's like pushing the spring towards the wall and putting it on a hold. And this is similar to you distracting yourself when an undesirable emotion arises. Let's say that an undesirable emotion is arising. Now, what do we normally tend to do? We will just try to distract ourselves and we'll do all sort of things to not feel that emotion, right? So this is equivalent to pushing that spring towards the wall and holding it. Now, as soon as your distractions are over, what happens? All your emotions come back to you, right? This is like letting go of the spring that you've been holding for too long. So when you're pushing it away and you're holding the spring for too long, and when you release it, the intensity with which the spring moves gets faster, right? This is why when we distract ourselves and when the distraction is over, our emotions come running back to us with more intensity. Now, what's the solution? Now, you're seeing the spring that is moving, and this is equivalent to your undesirable emotion, right? Okay, so now this is the wall, this is the spring that is the undesired emotion, and now you just watch it. Don't get involved in it, don't engage with it, just don't do anything, just neutrally observe that which is happening. Because only when you involve in it and engage with it, you try to do something about it, the movement of the spring will not stop. Am I right? The spring is now vibrating, it's moving back and forth, right? Now, if you try to do something about it, you try to stop with your hands, it doesn't really work. But if you're just neutral and then look at it objectively, then within a short while, the spring will stop on its own, right? This is how exactly it happens with your emotions too. When there is an undesirable emotion, if you just take a step back and neutrally observe that emotion in an objective manner, then it will soon vanish away. Because now you're allowing its presence and you're feeling the emotion fully. You're not resisting it. When you just allow the presence of the emotion and you just allow yourself to feel it fully, this is when it will fully go away. Otherwise, it's just a matter of whether you're holding the spring towards the wall for a short period of time or a long period of time. Those emotions that comes back to you after a long period of time or when something happens, it triggers you up, then it's something that you've been holding on to too long. It's those are the things that are suppressed and repressed in your minds. So, in order to not suppress and repress, and to be able to fully, completely let go of the emotion, we've got to neutrally observe it and allow the presence of the feeling to get rid of the emotion. So, we can't get rid of the turbulence by pushing the spring towards the wall, right? But that's how many of us respond when there is an undesirable emotion that is arising up. But actually, if we just think about it, these undesirable emotions arising are good things because they are giving us an opportunity to heal our unhealed emotions or the emotions that we have suppressed or repressed maybe a long time ago. And this is the work that you do to free yourself up internally. Next, let's talk about a common challenge that many people might face. So, we all theoretically know that we shouldn't resist things and we're supposed to accept it. But when we practicalize it and when we try to implement it, we actually resist the resistance. Now, to understand this, let's use an example. For example, let's say an undesirable situation arises, and in response to this, a resistance is arising within you. Now, you can choose to either act out of this feeling or you can choose to just neutrally and objectively observe this resistance that you're feeling. So, now, usually what happens is a situation arises and you feel a resistance within you. You either act out of this resistance or you try to push this emotion away and just not try to feel it. Sometimes we feel that avoiding the emotion or not trying to feel it is going to serve us in some way. Saying or thinking that you don't want to feel this emotion and pushing it away is resisting the resistance. And after this, you get reminded that, oh my god, I'm not supposed to resist. And if you again resist all these resistances, this keeps building up the level of intensity of the resistances. So resist the resistance, then you resist that resistance. So it's like it just keeps intensifying and building up. So, at whichever level of resistance you are, you can practice accepting and neutrally observing right at the place you are. For example, if you want to light up a dark place, you just have to start illuminating the place. It doesn't matter how dark the darkness is or how long it has been dark in that place. To light up the place, you just have to start illuminating the place. So the next question is how to accept. So now this is the situation, and in response to it, a resistance is arising within you. Now, to accept it, just neutrally observe the resistance that is being arised within you. So instead of resisting the resistance, we are accepting the resistance that is being felt and we are being neutral towards it. We are just observing the resistance. Yes, the resistance is present, but in order to break out of it, we've got to start accepting the resistance. So don't react to it, don't respond to it, don't take action out of it. Just neutrally observe it. Now, accepting and observing the resistance is like slowly illuminating a dark place. It's like how light will slowly brighten up the dark place. This practice of acceptance will help you break out of the cycle of resistance. So, step one is to stop resisting your current reality and to stop your energy from flowing in the direction of your undesired reality. And step two is to start focusing your energy on creating your desired reality. So, in order to break out of your current reality to your desired reality, you have to channelize your energy in the direction of your desired reality. So, choose what you want to be happening in your life and start moving towards that. And another obstacle that might slow down your forward movement is when your energy flows in two opposite directions. This happens when you're focusing on moving towards your desired reality, and yet at the same time, you are still unconsciously resisting your current reality. So, when you're working towards creating this new reality, if you're still resisting your old reality, then your energy would be moving in two opposite directions. And when your energy moves in two opposite directions, your forward movement will become slower. That is why it is important that you accept your current reality before you even start channelizing your energy towards creating your desired reality. Because focusing on creating your new reality is like the doing part, and accepting and not resisting your existing reality is like the being part. It's like the exact same work done with a peaceful mind and a stressful mind will give two different results, right? When you're internally not resisting that which is happening in your life, then forward movement will be much smoother. Energy flowing in two opposite directions is almost like you moving on one step on this side and one step on this side, one step on this side and one step on this side. Now, will there be a forward movement? No, right? So basically, you will be busy, you'll be working towards your dreams, and if you're resisting your current reality, you might actually be putting in a lot of work, but forward movement cannot be observed. Also, when you try to create your new reality, before you accept your current reality, then there is a possibility that you might go into this needy energy. And this needy energy is not good for both your results and your vibrations. This is because when you don't accept your current reality and you're trying to create something new, there is this desperation to create it as soon as possible. So, when you're trying to escape away something in order to be able to create something new, then you're actually operating from the place of lack. When you're operating from the place of lack and desperation, then the transition into your new reality won't be so smooth. Then, when will your transition be smooth? Your transition to your new reality will be smooth when you're aligned to your highest self. When you're operating from the place of abundance and when you're feeling full, complete, and worthy from within, now the transition into your desired reality will be very smooth and easy. Sometimes, when you're working on processing your feelings and when you're neutrally observing your feelings, you might tend to cry because it's actually very painful, and I understand that. So, it's okay to cry, There's nothing wrong with crying. Crying can actually be good. It might make you feel relieved afterwards. Your mind is like a baby. So, when it cries, or when tears are actually rolling down your eyes, you can just tell yourself that this is just a temporary situation. This too shall pass. I am powerful enough to face this situation, and I am a courageous soul. These are some of the things that I tell myself when I cry. When you're processing your feelings and when you're neutrally observing your feelings, you're actually accepting the presence of the feeling. And when you're accepting the presence of the feeling, you are feeling the pain. And when you're feeling the pain, it is natural to cry. So don't try to control your tears. Just empower your mind by consoling it. These undesirable emotions that are arising within you are actually opportunities that help you heal the unprocessed and the suppressed emotions within you. So, welcome it and heal it. Don't try to escape away from it and distract yourself. For example, if you want to grow your muscles, you have to accept the pain that comes with it. There is no way to escape the pain, right? You need to be able to accept the pain to grow the muscle, right? Similarly, we have to accept the pain that comes in the form of emotions in order to be able to grow stronger. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I genuinely hope that this video is helpful. And in the next video, we're going to be talking about how to find your passion as the part 2 of this series. So share this video with whomever you think that this video will be helpful for, and subscribe to this channel if you choose to watch more videos like this, and see you in the next video.